Oh, what up, what up?
At the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Now Isaiah Pacheco going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
All right, let's see what we can get going here today.
Valdez-Scantling in motion left. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. It's quite a unit, #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
What are we doing? Dude, this guy takes forever, man.
It's very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. This defense for the Vikings, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
Another first, let's go.
Understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Over here watching a game as well. Saints are finishing up.
That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 35. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. McKinnon now going to try the left side. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
Oh, my
and
God,
he's
dude.
going to be
This
stopped
man
cold
literally, like,
behind the
bounced
line of
into him.
scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Open man right side is Tony. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Butker's kick here is good.
We'll take the 3, man.
Out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I was looking for a strip.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some set.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They're going to be stopped up on this 1st down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Beautiful. Let's go.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
I had Pacheco deep.
Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Now a toss left for Pacheco. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one caught by Rice. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22.
Damn it, man.
And he needed plenty more. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make it 6-0.
Just go kick field goals.
They get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense?
Sooner or later, we're going to get there.
Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
He likes running that buck
That's
sweep
good
a
for
lot.
19 and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On the carry, this is Myles Gaskin. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Into the first. Let's go, baby.
Score after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Oh, that's rough.
The Vikings at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Throwing is Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's rough.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And it's caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and they can really make a big-time play for their defense.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
This is money. This is money.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he's got it across the midfield stripe.
Bro!
Viking territory. Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. 11 yards for number 11.
Kansas City suited Valdez-Scantling well, and he produced a new career high in receptions and nearly in yards as well. One of football's best deep threats. He seems tailor-made for this offense, and he gets them a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown! Rashee Rice. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did,
I love you.
Speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Kick. Damn, is every Viking player getting hurt right here? Ooh, nice pass breakup, though.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Short throw caught by the tight end Oliver. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Durangu, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No, sir.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
With some extra bulk on that line for 3rd and inches. Cousins on the keeper. And he will have a Vikings first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Love to see it.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Cousins to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Moore, the man in motion. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle and complete to Moore. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mahomes now on 1st down. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. From midfield, here's Mahomes. The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's keep doing what we're doing, man.
You back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
What time's KC play today? 3:25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room? And now look at him go.
He ran a fucking PA cross or something.
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 75 yards. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Oh, man.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful.
He's not an Isaiah Pacheco, man.
The momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And eventually
throw it
taken
away.
down.
Fuck.
Great coverage downfield. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yep. Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
Hey, partner, I don't mean to wax philosophic, but when chaos is going out all around him, there's no one in the NFL who can keep it together and make something happen quite like Patrick Mahomes. Another huge throw, another huge gain.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Valdez-Scantling in motion left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll swing this out to Tony. And he's taken down inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second and 10. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive.
All right.
Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion.
What?
And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's fine. I don't have any more silk put in it right now. I gotta go to the store.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. That'll be caught by Rice. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team a more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
On play action, Cousins. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Second down and 8. In motion right is Tony. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Baby.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He lets one go deep for Addison. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. Oh, good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Damn.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Yeah, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing. Yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally
14
and
in
whether or
that
not
quarter,
they have it in
man.
them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on it. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This a 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from the defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a 4th quarter lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Coaches talk all the time about the value of special teams, and we have seen it in this game, Charles. Not one block kick, but now 2 of them in this contest.
And always, 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 we talk about adjustments during a game. Offense and defense, series to series. Rarely do we talk about special teams. Someone didn't adjust from block 1 to block 2, and it really cost them.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, no, easy. Please, bring up.
2nd down, Gaskin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
2nd and a couple. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Drops this off with the Wagner. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's
Watson,
knocked away
come
and
on.
incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both inbounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Now Cousins. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth.
Let's go.
And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And his throw here is incomplete.
Was he supposed to come across? Did I read the wrong receiver?
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. McKinnon.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Now Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. Here comes 2nd down at 5. Mahomes now to throw. Screen play, McKinnon.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Butker's kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Wow.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
This is 1st and 10. Cousins. His throw incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Completes this to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he will finally be taken down. Just a massive play there to get him to the outskirts of field goal range.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Rick.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Cousins going to change it up. Gaskin again on 2nd down. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. That ball caught. It's Rice. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
Mahomes to throw it. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile,
Fucking
for the
scripted ass
Chiefs,
shit, dude.